Scorpio. Hello. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you're new to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to another Scorpio Tarot. Love tarot, love reading, love messages. A reading where we're going to go into their thoughts, their feelings for you, intentions, what you might need to know, don't see coming. Is anyone making a move? I don't know either. Let's take a deep dive and see who and what is coming through. We do have the Page of Wands in reverse, so let's see where that is taking us today. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Please show us what else we need to see for Scorpio today. Please show us the cards. Aho. Seven of Wands in reverse. The Ten of Cups in the upright. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, it's already pretty clear. 1 foot in, 1 foot out the door. Yeah, I'll hear you out. It's somebody you're waiting on, and it is around life together. Had you built it? Were you building it? Was it on the table? Water energy here in our Ten of Cups. It's a Pisces energy. It's also Mars. You know, like how we do things. The beginning, the end, actions being taken. Completion energy. Thing is, this is a new cycle. There's a rainbow here, which is a very hopeful energy, as you can see with two kind of mermaids, or mermaid, together, top hat in the water, looking off, literally here in the water, as you can see. And where your person's energy is really strong, Scorpio, is the Seven of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. That's the thing. Venus and Taurus energy. So there's definitely a 1 foot in, 1 foot out the door energy, and it's waiting for this. So had you built a life, were you building it, wasn't on the table? What does that look like for you? Getting more serious and or exclusive, moving in, marriage, family energy. I do want to validate there is an energy here in the Hierophant that somebody is, well, as my mom would say, kind of farting around. Wasting time kind of energy in this Page of Wands in reverse, like struggling around the movement. In our bigger picture energy, what I do like, and yeah, this is the only major arcana here at this point, is I like the Hierophant in reverse. This is a card of commitments, contracts, partnerships. It could literally be connecting to marriage. Again, even a slow-moving energy around it. The thing is whatever has been holding things back, why you've put in so much time, and why this weight is wearing on you, and maybe you're not even waiting anymore, you're close not to, is it's here. So whether that is around not aligning in the direction you're going, there's third-party energy, like, you know, not just people romantically, but perhaps not romantically, you know, cultural, religious differences, somebody in somebody's head or in their life, like this is how you should do things, listening to other people, whatever. Divine masculine energy, by the way, in Taurus. And that's not about gender. I just want to validate that. But what I do want to tell you is I like the reversal because that's somebody who's trying to work it out. Like, yeah, I want to work this out. And again, are you not talking? King of Swords is here in the upright. Somebody strategizing around it. Gemini and Mercury energy. I'm going to tell you something about that Mercury energy. If you've been watching my readings the last weeks, you will know if you're here in real time, I am channeling for you, obviously at a specific time, aren't I? Whether you're here in real time or it's days, weeks, months, years later, you're here when you're meant to be here. So trust the timing. But as I am here in real time, I'm channeling in Mercury retrograde and in Cancer. We also have a new moon in Cancer right now, dealing with kind of, well, like what was in the full Capricorn moon that we're now out of, around commitment. This here is really clear also with our Ace of Pentacles in reverse with the Seven of Wands and connecting to the Ten of Cups that, yeah, something went on here. It's catty corner here with the Page of Wands in reverse. This kitty-cornered energy around, like this is connected for me, around the next level. getting more serious and more exclusive, moving in, marriage, family energy. It's all pretty much here. And there's an energy here as well of like, okay, I'll hear you out. But and is there a timeline on it? Sick of waiting is really clear, because that's the other thing. Our 77 energy here is really connecting me to an energy shift and to a realignment here and like getting on the right path. So it's like, this is what I want. This is where I want to go with this. Yeah. Are we working this out? Are you working this out? What is it? It's going to be specific for you what those details are. I'm not always privy to them. I don't need to be. But it's clear whatever this next level is, it very much connects to our 10 of Cups, which is around life together. And this is interesting because we're looking at, look at this. There are 2 King of Swords here in this energy. And so, yeah, there's a divine feminine portrayed in the upright, and there's a divine masculine portrayed in reverse. One could see this as both of you in this energy, and somebody's not talking and somebody else is. But I feel like that's specific because there is also an energy of maybe not talking at all or not talking about this. Super real time. And also a wait to talk about that, and sick of waiting again, like patience wearing thin, 1 foot out the door. On one hand, we have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, and on the other end, we have the 9 of Swords in reverse. A Gemini and Mars energy. And that's, yeah, it's an energy like, I don't want to just be worrying about this. I want to know. I want to talk about this. And that's the other thing. Somebody strategizing here. And somebody that you're also like, okay, I'll hear you out. We are in this Mercury retrograde in Cancer energy. And it's just literally been, the energy has just been really strong for weeks, even of course in the shade before it hit. Our sword here is transactional. It's clarity in the relationship. It's truth. It's communication. The sword is a sewing needle. It's like a repairing, but it really is more like an adornment. There's lights here, like they're sewing lights on to bring something to light. Literally, somebody who's strategizing, who's thinking about it around breaking this silence, ending the no contact. Where are you at? It's extremely specific to you. And are you still here? Maybe, maybe not. 8 of Cups. Yeah, you're both here in this energy. Look, the Swans. As you know, in my readings here at the Tarot Closet, I have a really strong affinity to the Swans. And they do connect with soul connection energy. And I want to validate for you that we have soulmates, soul connections throughout our life, romantic and otherwise, and it doesn't always equate forever. The soul energy is here, but we can also see there's an element of timing. There's an element of readiness, emotional readiness. So that's the other thing. Did somebody pull away? It is connecting to the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, that next level. Are you on the verge of not waiting? Yeah, I feel like that's also here. Yeah, but that also comes through in the Devil in reverse. But I also want to validate that could be connecting to a third-party energy. It may or may not be a person, but getting out of that energy with the Hierophant in reverse of something changing here that did affect why things are where they are. So that's also a getting out of shadow energy. Stopping something if there's some kind of vices here. I do want to validate that. Yeah, but this energy of somebody communicating is pretty strong, like getting ready here. King of Wands. Again, 2 King of Swords, 1 in reverse, 1 in the upright. So 2 of our kings, I want to say of the 4 under the Emperor, but technically 3 because we're looking at the other King of Swords here of kind of where things are now. So that's the other thing. If you've been trying to get somebody to talk or you've wanted to talk and they haven't, and it's been kind of seesawing back and forth, this is definitely an energy of, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Yeah, 5 of Wands in reverse. Leo energy, by the way. And that's like resolving the issues. So again, there is a connection to the Devil in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse, and specifically what has been the barrier or what have been the obstacles, what has gone on here around life together. It's extremely clear, and once again, it's really all about you and your connection, because I'm not always privy to the details. But this is definitely around the communication as well, like resolving, wanting to work it out, and coming here strategizing, which is really clear to communicate. And I need to bring in what else is yours, and that is the last three, and the most I take. In the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands in the upright. So now we have the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands, both here. On one hand, I want to tell you this is definitely an energy around somebody getting, well, the confidence, and that's the other thing. I have to validate something. For those of you that this has been around platonic and or physical, there's a conversation coming up anyway. Maybe you're not expecting it, maybe you are. Who knows? Maybe you're initiating it. Whatever the case is, there's definitely an energy around that. But I also want to validate, again, around the platonic and or physical energy, there is a chemistry here. So for those of you that it's been around that, it's like that's obviously going to be a big point of discussion. You're both here in the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands for me. The other thing I want to validate, holding on to this sunflower, which we can see doesn't have any seeds yet, and that's abundance, and you need the sun, and you get all these seeds, and then eventually they're all over the place, and then there's many sunflowers. They're wearing a peacock feather skirt, and that connects me to a commitment energy. So it's also around, well, yeah, either way, it's around the conversation about that. And has somebody not been ready for that next level? Or something happened when you were already there, clearly. And for some of you, really validating, look, Four of Swords in reverse, that there is a break or a pause here. But this is also really validating around sick of waiting, and somebody who's strategizing here to communicate, and how validating Ace of Swords. Upright energy, clarity, communication coming in here with a key. What are they revealing? Yeah, it is coming, kind of a coming out of nowhere energy. So whether it's a message, a phone call, walk across the room, the street, something far away, or you can see each other, whatever. This is clarity. It's the sword. That's clarity in relationships. It's transactional. It's, pun intended, I wanted to say already clear. It just connected here with the King of Swords. The Three of Cups is here in reverse. So here's the thing. It does feel very much, this is Mercury in Cancer energy. Scorpio. Of course, your water sign buddy, the Cancer energy. We're in Mercury retrograde in Cancer, and that's the thing. So there is a connection with the Devil card in terms of, possibly in terms of advice, should that be the case, and somebody like coming in here to say, I'm working it out, I'm stopping it, There's also a connection to the platonic and or physical. So again, if there's been discussions or holding back energy around that. And the last thing that I want to say, again, here in this Mercury in retrograde Cancer energy, in Cancer, the communication, if you can see each other, or even if you can't, there's a phone call or an SMS, a social media energy, there is, I feel like, a pretty emotional conversation that is, my gosh, dictating, sort of dictating really is really what I want to say, like where things are going from here, if anything's going to change. So this is super clear. The Seven of Swords is right above the Devil in reverse. That somebody here has been in that energy, clearly not being honest. Has there been some kind of betrayal here? What's going on? Because it's connecting here with the Devil in reverse. So somebody, somebody's coming out with this. Like there is a revealing energy that's here as well. That's the other thing, too, I wanted to validate here with our Three of Cups in reverse around the platonic and or physical energy. Somebody's been lying about something or running from that energy. Like, I feel like very much a judgment energy here as well. So the Magician is here. The Ten of Wands is here in the upright. The Eight of Wands is here in the upright. The Emperor is here in the upright. The Queen of Pentacles and, oh my gosh, Justice is here in the upright. And sorry, I'm itching because I have a really gnarly mosquito bite on my arm here. Lots of garden time, lots of mosquitoes at the moment here in Austria. What's it like for you, where you are? So this is extremely validating here. Look at these cards coming in. The Magician, first of all. Coming here when we get out of the Fool, you know? And this is somebody who, well, here's one of the swans here, by the way. There's the top hat, which we also saw in the Ten of Cups. The as above, so below energy, somebody who is coming here to communicate, it's extremely clear for me, has access to all the elements. Water, air, earth, and fire. Like, there's no reason why at this point, I feel. And this is also really validating around the new cycle and the possibilities and the potential that is here, but only if, because by the way, and yeah, it's not lost on me, the Hangman is here in reverse. And that is an energy of uncertainty and kind of like time will tell. There is an energy here for me too today around paradigm shifts. And what I mean by that is if there is something here in our Devil in reverse, maybe even the Hierophant around people or other connections, that somebody really needs to, I don't want to say cut ties, but somebody needs to get that together, you know, change it, stop it, transform it, do things differently. That's the energy of the paradigm shifts. But I also want to validate the possibility of some power struggles that are going on here. If somebody would have to, for example, give up something more or change something more, that kind of comes in again too. That I do feel like that's here. But the communication that's coming in here is extremely validating. I'm not even surprised by the Eight of Wands. Mercury energy, Sagittarius energy. It's moving really fast. It's the fastest energy. And that 8 around mastery, which connects us with the Magician, around action, also even connecting to karma. So that's the other thing. What has been going on? Because we're also looking at Justice in the upright. The truth coming. The truth coming out, like somebody needing to make something right around that Libra energy. A master number 11 around new beginnings, balancing things out. Yin yang energy here, divine feminine, divine masculine energy. And who is kind of making those moves? Well, there's an Emperor energy here, so it's really validating. We have King of Wands, again, King of Swords. Is that it? King of Wands, King of Swords. And I believe that's it. Yeah. So we have 2 of our 4 kings under our Emperor, but now the Emperor's like, okay, I'm coming in here. Mars and Aries energy. An Emperor is in that energy of, well, the cardinal sign energy, like this is what I'm going to do. Strategizing. Communication here is imminent, I want to say. Is that the word I want to use? Yeah, I guess it is. I'll tell you what, that's the other thing. What has been going on, 10 of Wands, it's definitely this frustrated kind of energy. Like, this is a lot. I don't want to hold these anymore. I'm sick of waiting. And it's right here on that waiting energy around this person, literally too. And the last tarot coming in is our Queen of Pentacles. And I want to tell you the Queen of Pentacles is my protege to the Emperor, so that's really interesting as well. There's a whole lot of Gaia energy in here, and not quite obviously our Empress energy, but that the same energy for me of somebody who is ready to open up, there's an emotional openness coming in, there's truth, there's a healing energy, but it's also still validating that there's a wait. Yeah, and a lot of this is about the conversation, I feel like. I mean, obviously it goes way beyond the conversation, because what is it about? What's going on here? What has somebody not been telling the truth about? Or doing? Saying that they're changing and not? What is it? Again, I like that they're coming in here with this energy. It's like resolution, but it's like, yeah, I'm coming in here to tell you this. Like, I'm thinking for myself. So we're going to bring in some oracle, more insight, validation. The bottom of the deck is growth, which connects me again with the Queen of Pentacles energy, possibilities, the Queen of Wands, needing those seeds. You can see there are no seeds on there yet. Something is clearly, I mean, it's just pretty much a no-brainer for me. Obvious that something's going on. So the energy of soul connection was already coming in, and I just want to validate that again, that we do have many soulmates, soul connections in the world, romantic and otherwise, and it doesn't always equal forever, but I want to validate the energy is here today. It's definitely here today. Doesn't change that clearly something's going on, and a conversation, I would say, needs to be had and is going to be had. Look what is here as well, communication. Here we go. How is it? There's the windy energy here connecting me to the air energy, clarity, communication, 3 birds, communicators, messengers, timing, 3 of them actually. And how you communicate, again, is very specific for you. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition, your gut instincts. As I like to say, your guardian angels. So around what's coming in, what information is coming in, how are you feeling? Because a conversation is going down, and it's definitely going to change where things have been, whether it's together or apart. The last 2 oracle here, there is an energy of just being guided, you know, and obviously around intuition and what do you believe. We have the owl here. And I do want to tell you, Scorpio, specifically, an owl is a Scorpio. Very wise. Again, seeing things we can't. Deep. They can hold some emotional stuff back, and there's a labyrinth here. So a lot of it to go through. There are some numbers on here. 10, new cycle, also deducing 2 of 1. And 11, the truth. A new beginning, a decision. The 7 here around, I would say, reflecting on everything, like controlling what you can, letting go of what you can't. And the last here coming in ultimately down to a 5. And, whoops, where are you trying to go? That is around the conflicting energy, the change, the communication. And the last oracle here, the change card. Right here with the 8 of Wands. Could be literal, taking place at an actual dwelling. There's a big old hunkin' moon right behind what has been in that full Capricorn moon as we are now in a new moon in Cancer. What's coming out here? A lot. More than the truth. But definitely the truth. The bottom of the deck, the Tarot Closet channeled love messages, by the way. And I also wanted to remind you that if you hear, see, or suspect my content anywhere, but here on my verified channel on YouTube, it means they are stealing it. Any platform, any way, shape, or form, this is the only place that I release my tarot readings, okay? Not anybody else's here. So keep those messages coming if you do see, hear, or suspect, including the ones with the, nothing changes, the thumbnail. It's just like a video on loop, you know what I mean? With the flickering candles and the voice that doesn't belong to anybody. But if you hear enough, you know that it's my readings that they're trying to pass off. Yeah, send me the message. The email is all over the place, so I really appreciate that. The bottom of the deck, you have changed me for the better, Scorpio. It also literally came through with the truth. I know I'll never find another like you. This feels a lot like somebody's just hoping that if they've lost you, it is not forever, and if they haven't, that they don't. It really does have this energy of like, it's coming in here, just wait, because stuff went on, it's clear, but I also feel like you're kind of over it, and it's just been really validating completely. So if you're not together, I do want to validate here, it's hard getting over you just came down. I think it's very specific and not for everyone, but it's here. Please forgive me is here. I'm trying to get over my fear. That also connects me with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Wands in the upright, the Ten of Cups in the upright, which is here, remember. So around life together, what has this person been lying or running from? So the energy that they feel your soulmates is really validating for me, both with the soulmate energy, the soulmate card. We are soulmates. It's connecting to I'll never find another like you. Just trying to get over my fear. So obviously, had you built a life where you building it wasn't on the table, has somebody been afraid of whatever that next level is? Specific energy. Again, emotional is here. That's interesting because it landed on growth, and on one hand, it does really connect me with this emotional communication. It just does. Timing, all of it. But it also connected me directly here with like somebody who's understanding things in a more emotionally mature way. That's what I want to say. Well, and here we go. You are my other half, Scorpio. Yeah. By the way, in that Seven of Pentacles here in reverse, there's somebody in an apple, in a tree, holding on to a half of an apple, the other half. And I talked to my friends about you. I talked to my friends about us. Okay, well, I need you to know this now. What else? Because it's coming in here, I feel that I am waking up. All right. So again, if you're not together, it definitely has that reconciliation or closure energy. But there is a forgiveness, like, I hope you can forgive me energy. It's already here, like, please forgive me. It's airing it all out. It's like coming together or not coming together, really. Things coming out. It's like shaking out the whole rug. Airing everything out. I need you to know this now. I am waking up. Also validating you didn't deserve, how badly I treated you. Again, what is that about? It does connect to the Seven of Swords. And your last channeled love message. They want to know if you love them. Do you love me? It's going here around a weight, but also around somebody with a big old pile of flowers on their back and the Ten of Wands. Like this is exhausting. Only you can say, beautiful Scorpio, thank you for joining me here at the Tarot Closet. I'm sending you love, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next time.